We have with us today Elizabeth Campos Layne and Brian with Agent Layne. I like that name. Why don't you introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about how long you've been in the business and what areas you work.
So I have been in the business for 18 years.
Okay.
I got into the business because I wanted to be present for my children, and I knew this would give me flexibility. And that was in 2003. And after 2003, I had 2 more children. So that was not, it was the business was not taking off. So in 2012, I got sick. I don't know if you remember this. I got diagnosed with multiple sclerosis.
I do.
So that was 2010. So not until 2012, I got healthy enough to start my business, and then I treated it as a business from 2012 to now.
And I've seen it blossom. It's amazing, your success. So congratulations.
Thank you.
And you come from the service industry, and How long have you been in the business?
So just over 4 years. Just renewed my first time with my license.
Good.
So over 4 years. And I came from, I mentioned you, Burke Williams Spa. I've been there 20 years as a general manager. And working with people has been a long time in my blood, which is great.
Great training.
Absolutely.
So what impresses me most is you guys are door knockers. So, and you have a large farm. I guess it's 2,800 homes is your initial farm.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about door knocking. How often do you do it, and what's your success rate on that? And what do you say when you knock on somebody's door?
Yeah.
So I've been door knocking for about 7 years. And it's very frightening at first, but now it's like second nature. We go out 2 or 3 times a week. Brian's definitely does it more often than I do. He's definitely 3 times or 4 times. I'm successful when I do 2 or 3. And you go out there for an hour. You hit about 50 to 60 houses. You have a informative piece about the market or a new listing that we want to invite people to the open house. That's what we did just yesterday. And you're just there to be of service. You're not really there to sell them, because who wants to get a door knock and say, hey, do you want to sell your house? You don't say that. You say, hi, I'm Elizabeth with RE/MAX, and I'm here to invite you to this amazing open house. And there's some kind of dialogue. And if you feel like there's a connection, then you say, hey, can I be of service? Do you need a handyman? Do you need a painter? That kind of thing. Wow. A trust attorney. Everybody needs a trust attorney.
Absolutely.
Right? So
so you become a resource.
Yes. And then that's the way to get their information.
It's nice to get out of the office for an hour and get some fresh air too.
Right.
So how much business do you get from door knocking?
So directly from door knocking per year, I would say about 3 or 4 transactions.
That's great.
Per year. And we door knock our farm, right? So that's about 2,800 homes. And from just the door knocking, the postcards, the following up with emails, there's like about 10 or 11 transactions per year.
You do a tremendous amount of business. Service, I hear nothing but good things about you. And I usually hear complaints, but I hear good stuff about you guys. Why do your clients keep coming back, and why do they refer you?
So I think we get clients and they keep coming back because we always think, how would we treat them if they were my mother, my sister, my family member? That's always on the forefront of our minds. They're a family to us, and we know we can have a relationship with them for years to come. Because, right, one client, they're going to give you more business based on how you treated them. So why would you not treat them with the utmost respect? So it's simple.
I love it.
Sure. There's also, I think, another aspect to it that she's really good at is like, she's going to give it to you like it is, and you're going to know that genuineness and that communication, how clear it is, and you just feel like, okay, cool, I know what's going on, and she'll always keep me abreast, good or bad, and it's just kind of in your face. I mean, Elizabeth's very fast with getting her information out there.
Or impatient, you would say.
I would say, but that's okay. It works very well for the clients.
That is great. Hiding behind and sugarcoating bad news is not necessarily good. Right. I believe in giving it to them and telling them the honest truth and letting them, marinate on it and then come up with a solution.
Yes, absolutely.
So that's great. Let's talk about coaching. You've been coaching with Buffini for a few years. What's your experience like there?
It's great. I like their CRM. It's really organized.
Yes,
about the A's, B's, and C's.
Yes,
we use that. That's our go-to to reach out to past clients. It's all about past clients and supporting them and checking in. You have to check in with your past clients.
Absolutely.
So do you do pop buys and
Right. So yeah, we do a twice a year pop buys to past clients. We also send out anniversary cards to them for their home anniversary sales every year. And on the big anniversaries, we usually do something a little special. The first year, 5-year, 10-year anniversary. Send them a gift of some kind.
And then holiday cards.
Holiday cards.
And handwritten notes. He's big into handwritten notes. 3 a day? Do you do 3
No.
a day? It's hard to be consistent.
If we do three a week, we're successful.
Yeah.
So that's great. You're consistent in your door knocking, which is really important. You know, the market is so hot that people are discounting their commissions. Do you often get asked to discount your commission, and how do you handle that?
So we don't often get asked. We go in there with the idea that we're worth 6%, and then we start there. And most of the time, well, I shouldn't say most of the time, a good half percent of the time, they'll just say, of course, that's what you charge. And then others will be like, well, I heard that it's 5. And then depending on who the client is, then we know there's some grace there to kind of say, okay, 5, we want to work with you too, and we'll do it for 5.
I think that's right. I think oftentimes the agents that are not real confident about their services, they're quick to negotiate their commission down. But I think if you're confident and prepared, and most people ask, if I'm hiring a service or a vendor to do business with, I'm going to ask, is that the best you can do?
Right.
Sure.
And I'm going to ask.
They have to ask.
If they say no, I hire them anyway.
Right.
So I think a lot of people are real quick and they're not confident and they're quick to negotiate their.
That's true.
This is a crazy industry and it's very stressful at times. What do you do to stay balanced and not burn out?
Brian, you can answer that because you're really good at that.
Okay, good. I do think that's kind of the plus and minus of this industry. It's got the feast or famine vibe to it a lot of the time, but I think you really have to each day prioritize certain things about yourself that are important. We're both into fitness. We both like to work out, so we definitely set aside that time 3-4 times a week to take care of ourselves, and I think that's absolutely critical. And then appreciating the flexibility this business does allow. I mean,
we're very fortunate.
Yeah, I get to take my daughters to school every day. I get to pick them up almost every day from school. I mean, we're able to be there for them. And any events they're having, this business allows us to participate in our child's lives, which is awesome. So I think that's really critical. And we're very acknowledged. We really acknowledge that.
Yeah, we're very grateful what real estate has done for our lives.
Sure.
That's paramount in this industry to be grounded and to give back and have gratitude. I think it helps us keep pushing the next day.
And the other thing is, it's a hustle. People think that this is going to be like in 2 months, you're going to make $50,000, $100,000. It takes time to develop a true business. You have to have the foundation and work it. And people just don't want to work it. When we say we door knock and people are like, what? We would never do that. And I'm like, well, that's why you're making $50,000 a year.
You definitely have to have a plan and work the plan. It's not easy. Why did you guys join RE/MAX? And why have you stayed with RE/MAX?
That's a great question. This is going to be a big compliment to Michael Cam. Hey, Michael.
Okay.
So I got into contract as from the buyers. I represented the buyer on one of Michael's townhomes in Culver City, and I loved Michael. I liked how he presented. I liked the vibe, and I'm like, I like him, and I'm wondering who's supporting him. That's why I joined RE/MAX. Believe it or not, isn't that crazy?
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Michael.
Yeah. And we've stayed just because there's nothing like RE/MAX. I mean, we're very independent agents, as you know, but we still have that support when we need it, and that it fits our lifestyle.
You're busy, and I see Brian on the meetings more than you.
I know.
So.
That's the nice thing is that you guys allow agents to do whatever works for them, and I think that's great. I mean, we really feel that the support's right there, but it's not like, oh, why weren't you here at this? You know, there's none of that about it. It's just like, hey, you guys are doing your thing.
I don't want to be treated that way, so we don't treat our agents.
And we
It
appreciate
comes
that.
through 100%. Yeah,
Right.
That's awesome.
Right, for sure.
That's great.